this new little vlog series that I'm going to be doing about me writing and hopefully publishing my book. I kind of feel like I should have you guys facing the other way because it looks so much more like bookish. Let's do it. Hang on. Okay, that is much better. So to recap where I'm at, I have finished kind of my first draft of my book, and I made the fatal flaw that I feel like most first-time authors do. I declared it finished and queried it, in my opinion, too soon. One of my major issues that I think I had is it is not really like at the right word length. So currently I think it sits at 58,000 words, and typically a contemporary romance book falls between the 70 and 80,000, and I sent it anyway. Actually, I was very lucky. I got some very positive feedback. I got one rejection that was incredibly lovely and basically said wrong place, wrong time. Essentially, she really liked the book and really liked the tone, the characters, the plot, like basically liked every element. She was just already representing an author that did a similar thing, and I genuinely think that feedback has just given me so much motivation and so much inspiration, and I'm like, I can do this. There is an agent who has worked with such amazing authors that believes in the book, so why shouldn't I? So I think today's episode is definitely going to be focusing on getting the word count up. I want it to sit at 70,000, I think. I do want it to be a shorter romance, just because that is the type that I like to read. I want it to be like a bingeable Catherine Center, Lynn Painter type book. And actually I think Lynn Painters are a little bit longer, but so I think 70,000 seems a good enough point, especially because then when I get acquired and when my book is bought by a publisher, editors might come back and say add this scene in, add this scene, like whatever. It gives me room to play around with the words more. It is 7 o'clock at night and I'm going to try and get as much of the word count done. I had in my head that I was going to add 5,000 words today. Am I don't know, we'll see. I have some books that I'll just talk to you through which are like helping my writing. I got this one the other day because I was very lucky, and as part of my course met the author of this, which is on editing, and it's essentially how to edit your own book. My favourite one, I think, which is The Emotion Thesaurus, which is just so helpful because if you feel like you're being repetitive, or even if you're like, oh, my character's feeling annoyed and I don't know how to show that, it breaks it down into, so like I've just opened it on to despair, gives you a definition, gives you physical signs and behaviour, so it's like a caved in chest, a slack expression, a hanging head, gives internal sensations too, so if that's you're writing in first person or if you're writing about specifically how a person's feeling, mental responses, like all of that. This has been really, really helpful. And then finally I got this from my brother's girlfriend, and it is so much fun. It is basically a novel planner, and as someone who doesn't plan, this is good to keep me on track. And then finally, before we get into writing, a little bit about my book. I am writing a contemporary neurodiverse romance about a girl whose brother dies and she's dealing with the grief of that and trying to move on and find out who she is outside of him, and basically she has to complete his bucket list and she has to complete it with his best friend, who of course she doesn't like. And I really love it. I have written a book before this and I've left it and not done anything with it. This book I genuinely love, so yeah, I'm feeling good, but I'm yapping away and I really need to get started at writing, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. We are currently at 58,796, so I definitely want to cross the 60,000 because that takes it from a novella to a novel, and then we're going to work towards the 70,000. I am currently writing in a new scene and I think that will add to it. I think it's very cute. I'm sitting like between 2,000 and 3,000 ish per chapter, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, I have forgotten what colour one of my characters' eyes are. So I need to find my little character book because those type of inconsistencies are going to annoy me. Okay, I've got slightly distracted. I'm on 59,000, so I have written a bit, but I'm a little bit stuck on how to move it to the next part that I want to move it to, if that makes sense. And so instead we're going to do a fun little exercise, and I want to see, given the words that it is now, how long it will take the average person to read the whole book. So apparently the average person reads 300 words per minute. I think it would take them 196 minutes, which is 3.5 hours? Is that right? I don't trust my maths. I'm going to search it up. Hang on. Yeah, so it would take the average person 3 hours and 16 minutes, which is really, really cool. I feel like that's getting to a point where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I wonder, I guess if you do, let's do 70,000. So 70,000 would be like 4 hours. So we really don't have to add, like when you think of it like that, because it says 3 hours and 53, I just have to add like 40, like 30-ish minute reading time. Ah! It's so exciting. Oh my god. And honestly, I'm struggling. I think I've been at it for like an hour now, and I can't work out whether it's just the fact that I keep getting distracted by like going on TikTok or whatever, or whether I just genuinely have lost the ability to write. I don't know. I don't think I like what I have written. I'm like I feel like I've forgotten how to write. I don't understand. I'm like, what do I do between the dialogue? You know what I mean? Should I consult one of my books? It's just bugging me because I'm like, I know the rest of it isn't like this, so I'm like, what am I struggling? Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I actually did hit 60,000 words, which I am delighted with. And I think I ended up turning it into a really cute scene, but I made myself some popcorn now, and yeah, we'll see. Okay, I've been on a little bit of a grind the last day of writing. I'm at 63,000, so I've written around 4,000 words so far, and I'm now gonna go to a cafe and I'm gonna write some more. So let's go do that. So I am back now. I've just had lunch. We were there for about an hour, and I did a lot actually. I'm on 64,424 words. I've got like 6,000 more words that I like want to do bare minimum. There's a possibility for it being done today. Is that very optimistic? Maybe. I'm also slacking at work, so I should probably dedicate like at least half an hour to do some work, but I'm just like, I'm so scared because I feel like you guys saw the writing wasn't coming easy to me, and then today, like last night I started, and then it's been like I've had this like inspiration and I've been liking what I've been writing, so I'm like, oh, I kind of want to, I don't want to scare it off. Be a good student, be a good writer. Which one gets priority? We'll see. I have an update. It's not great. I have not been too good. I'm on 67,100. I think my dog's being sick. One sec. I don't know what happened there actually. That was strange. Anyway, I was just fluffing out one of the chapters slightly, and I went, hang on a minute. Girly Pops is graduating uni. And I went, right, what was the last chapter? The last chapter was her moving into uni. No, it wasn't even. It was basically, I'd made it that the uni was 2 years between her starting and her graduating, and obviously university is 3 years. unless you're doing a master's, which she was not. So having to write a whole new chapter, which is kind of good I guess for the word count, but I'm having to like, where before I was just like fluffing things out and adding little like extras in, I feel like it's important to say where needed. Like I was looking through my most underdeveloped chapters. I'm not just adding stuff for like adding stuff's sake, but yeah, now I have to like completely come up with a new scene. And I've got one that I think is really cute and I'm writing it and I think it's really fun. It's like a group scene as opposed to just like her and him, and it's like showing all the different relationship dynamics, which is really fun. But yeah, it's set me back a little bit, especially because I have gone out for beta readers, which will be next video, but I kind of need to get it done today is pretty much my plan, and it is 5 o'clock because I wanted to send it off to the beta readers tomorrow. So ooh, we love a challenge. This is so random but it feels very relevant for this. I commented on one of Simon Scobb's videos and I was like, oh well, I have the stream to publish my book, and he responded and was like, so self-publish. And now I'm like having a crisis and I'm like, do I just self-publish? If Simon Scobb tells you to do something, like, do you just do it? Like, oh my god, which would be crazy because then it would get out there, but like this is the true unfiltered version of working on my book, but I am very, very nearly done. I am on 68,733, so it's like 11:30 now. I think I'm going to definitely get to 69,000, which to be fair I think I am happy with it sitting at 69,000 with it going out to beta readers, just because I feel like they'd like come back and be like, hey, like, do you want to add this, like add this in or bulk this up or something. But I kind of feel like if I've set myself the goal of 70,000 I might as well commit to it, but I only have about 250 words or so until I get to 69,000, and then I just have to write 1,000 tomorrow, so it's going pretty good. This is gorgeous, guys. This is, you know, when I become a famous author. Keep my humble beginnings in your mind, okay? Thanks guys, thanks guys. But I'm gonna do that now. I need to sleep. I want to use the word flank, but I just think it's a 2. I think it will take people out of it, so I'm gonna not do that. Not me smiling at my own work. So embarrassing. Okay, I'm gonna sign off now, and I'll probably update you when I finished this, and then we're gonna send it. We'll start episode 2 tomorrow. I have written 69,240 words, so I have like 760 words left to go. I think I'm gonna try and hit the hay tonight. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. And then tomorrow I'm just gonna have a look over it and see if anything feels very underdeveloped still and add it in. Otherwise, I honestly might send it as is, because I kind of want to get some feedback now, because I feel like I've been looking at it for too long. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I can be objective anymore, so I kind of want to send it off, get the feedback. Everyone that said they're going to beta read have said that they can beta read within 2 weeks, which is pretty good, and then I can come back with that feedback and then go from there. I'm finished. I didn't even mean